Hey folks, a couple of you had some questions about specifically how you were supposed to approach this Word Chapter 1. I didn't get those until the weekend, so here's a basic overview of what I expect from you. So this is the Word Chapter 1, and you can see that it says at the bottom WD1. So on the left you see the objectives, at the top you see Module 1. The blue means that it's Word. And the title of this chapter is creating and editing a document. So we're going to write a business letter and we're going to format a flyer. Well, there's one other thing you're going to do. You're also going to create an envelope. And I can tell that by going down here to the bottom, and I can look here and I can see that under module we're going to work with albums, vinyl. Okay, so those are the two things that we're going to use out of our starter data files for these assignments. And then also for the review, I'm going to use the flyer.docx and the player.jpg. Those were the starter data files. We don't do any of the case problems. Okay, so that's just a hint on how to look at that. When you come to this section that has the picture with the green boxes, you should be reviewing this. You should probably spend more time with these two pages. So the session 1.1 overview, so it's 2 pages for module 1. Look at every single one of these green boxes. And sometimes you'll see colored words like tab says there, title bar, quick access toolbar, ribbon. These are basically the things that you're going to be quizzed on or tested on. This is the language of Word. So I would suggest that you spend some time looking at those little boxes. So a lot of times people don't look at the pictures. That's kind of a mistake with this particular book. You should probably look at the pictures and skip most of the words. There's a little bit of an exception to that, and I'll show you right now. The only thing that I would strongly recommend that you read every letter of is the tan boxes. So you can see here it says to start Microsoft Word. These tan boxes are actually the assignment. You could call them the module assignment or the tutorial assignment. These are the recipe for creating the documents that you'll need to submit for this particular section. So if you start on step 1, it says on the Windows taskbar, click the Start button, which is down here. Click All Apps in the Start menu. So if I do that, and I look for All Apps, that's the All Apps. And then I can scroll up and down. You could follow those instructions exactly. Pay attention to this picture though, because there's green boxes that tell you really important things. This is really a visual sort of book, despite all of the little recipe type instructions. So if you were to ignore everything in the white section, so if you were to ignore all of that, you'd probably still be just fine in this chapter. You have to complete each one of the steps in the tan colored sections. So again, you can see they put the picture inside the tan colored section. More little icons in the tan colored section. So they're giving you everything you need to know in the tan colored section. And I could go through that, skip the stuff in the white. This might actually be helpful for some of you, but it's not necessary. So if you've never actually made a business letter, this gives you a really good picture of it. Again, skip the white section, you can go right to the tan colored section, and you're going to do that over and over and over again. So you can begin to see, it's like there's quite a few pages, because I'm only on page 12 right now, but it's going to tell you in bold exactly what you should be doing. So the bold sections within the tan colored boxes are actually the things that you should be doing, or at least generally speaking, those are the things that you will do. Like take step number 3 here, position the mouse pointer over the hyperlink, a screen tip appears indicating you could blah 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 blah. So these aren't actually the non-bold sections. There's nothing for you to complete within the assignment. But if you look up at step 1, press the space bar, type the following sentence, including the period. This is something you really need to do. So let's just skip to the last page of the chapter now and see what it is that we have. So here is chapter 1. Okay, and I'm going to skip all the way to the end of this section here. So at the very, very end, it's going to, at the end of section 1.1 and the end of section 1.2, it's going to, you're going to complete the document, close the document, and you're finished. And so at that point, you should be submitting that file into Moodle. Now on page WD55, this is the other assignment that you'll need to do. This is the review assignment. The review assignments basically boil everything down into a much more concise fashion. It's like just the recipe with no pictures or explanation. And so this should actually be your guide. Can I do this? And if not, then you should probably go back into the, I don't know why that's not moving up and down, but oh well. So if you can't do any of these sections, you can go back in that section. So let's say WD41, applying text effects, font colors, and font styles, and it will show you exactly how to do that. So if you don't know how to change the font to Arial, this is going to show you exactly how to do it. The font size to 22, colors, text effects, the gallery. And so back in the chapter itself is going to be the real specifics if you're struggling on the review assignment like this. So the review assignment is really the check to make sure that you understand basically what you did in the module/tutorial assignment. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. If you need more explanation than this, we might want to have a phone call or something. I am available, so if you need help, let me know. Thanks.